Good afternoon, guys, and it is the afternoon, just about 23rd of June. I've nipped out at lunchtime, just my lunch break from work, working from home, to come and have a little dabble in the weir again on with some floating crust. I've got some bread here, as you can probably see in my bag, a few bits and pieces, and very, very simple setup again. Just got my Daiwa extendable rod, 9 foot, which packs down lovely and small, as you can see. So I absolutely love this. Very, very easy to put together. Nice and quick and easy just to grab. Come and do a bit of fishing on the top for these chub that live in this whirlpool. Now what I've got in the end there is a size 8 curved shank hook and a Nash bread bomb. Just because it holds the bread on a little bit better. Hoping we can winkle out a chub or two in the next 20 minutes, half an hour. But I think without further ado, we'll get these glasses on, get down there and see if we can spot any. Well, it's supposed to be lovely and hot and sunny today. And as I've just walked over here, it started raining. Bizarrely, I can't really see any. There's clouds, but there's not really any rain clouds. But I shouldn't think I'll make too much difference to these chub under here if they're having it or if they're not. We'll find out. Float a few bits of crust down to them. See what we can do. Water's very foamy today. It's not going to make things very easy. No. Playing hardball a little bit today, nothing yet. Right down the bottom. They're definitely taken, but right down the bottom. We'll give it 5 minutes. We'll feed them for 5 minutes. Just see if we can draw them up. And out of those trees. They only very occasionally seem that they want to come out. Get a few bits over there as well. I wonder if there's anyone in that big slack. Fancies a bit of crust. And a bit of tension over there. We'll spin round in a minute and see if we can winkle one out from over there. Well, I don't think it's going to happen in here today. Had the odd take. They do seem very, very jumpy, very wary. I don't think it's even worth making a cast, to be honest. They're ignoring most of the bread as it goes down. Just the odd swirl much further down. Just before the snag. I don't think it's even worth having a cast, to be honest. I wonder if we'll fare any better in that slack over there. We'll leave it a minute. We'll give them a minute. We'll have a look around here. Well, I did have a walk around just and get some sort of view through just above that snag. I couldn't see any chub there at all, but the odd bit of bread has been taken, so there's clearly some there. But I'm just wondering if we can get a bait in this slack, whether that will get taken. Yes, there's a big splosh over there. Perhaps they're all sitting in here rather than down there. Let's get the gear. There was certainly a take just then over on that far side. Let's see if we can do any good. Right, not going to mess about. We haven't got too long today. We're going to get a cast in over there. This big lump of bread, nice and visible in amongst that foam. There we go. Oh, there we go. That's a bit of a swirl at it then. There we go. And again, still there though. And again. And clearly over there. A good few swirls at it, knocked a few lumps off it. It's getting a bit of attention now. Don't mind it getting chewed by the smaller fish, because that'll bring it to the attention of the bigger fish. Ah! Well, he had a bit of a take then. Very, very difficult though to see whether they've actually taken the bait or not, because it's sitting in that foam, but the chub seem to be sitting in the foam as well. I'm not sure why there's so much foam today. Well, they're having a go at it now, but like I say, I'm really struggling to see when it's actually gone. They're almost being sort of so cagey that they're sort of knocking it and trying to get it to fall apart, taking the bits. We'll try something a bit different if we can't get one in a minute. At least we've got some interest. We know they're there. Finally. Finally. Wow. They're really playing hardball today. But we finally got one. I feel a bad fish, to be honest. What a lovely bend in this rod. God, blimey, haven't they been cagey? There he is. Got him. Fab. No monster, but very, very welcome. There we go. Definitely worth catching. Wonderful stuff. That's cracking. Really pleased with that. Playing real hardball, but we got one. Fantastic. Right, let's get him back. He's very keen. Just let him right himself, get his breath back there. Oxygenated water, but a bit of slack behind that rock. Put up a great scrap. Wonderful scrap. There we go, that's better. We'll give him a minute. He seems very strong and he's giving me a soak in, but we'll just make sure. Head upstream. We'll just load this net, and when he's ready to go, he can go. There he goes. Wonderful. Right. What we'll do, just throw just 2 or 3 more bits of bread in here, down here, just to see if we can, perched on a rock here, just see if we get any reaction at all. And if not, got another 10 minutes, we'll just go a couple of spots just a bit further down. I've never really tried floating crust before. We can go and see if we get any reaction down there, and if not, we can end up right at the bottom. So guys, what I've done is I've broken up a few bits of crust. 3 little chub there, and they've all ignored it. I say little, about a pound each. They're being very cagey today. Well, this is the first place I've actually got any interest at all from any chub. I've been just breaking up some bits of bread and putting them in the river and basically following them down the river. But for whatever reason, I really don't seem that interested today. We haven't got long anyway. We'll give it a bit longer and we'll see if we can winkle anything out. But again, this is the sort of first place I had any interest. And they've had 2 or 3 bits of bread, and then they've gone. It's come off. They're milling around. They're not very big. But you never know. Might be a few bigger ones around. Yeah, see, that one came up and looked at it, left it alone. I come into the splash, and then just leaving the bread alone. I'm being very coy, very cagey today. Wonder what I'll do with a freebie. Yeah, I've come and inspected that and left it alone. I'm wondering if we could get him with a bit of flake. We get a bit to sink. We get a bit that will sink. Give it a dunk. See, there's a chub in front of me here. It's only about a pound. Just wondering if that will sort of under the surface might help. See, that's definitely under the surface. There's a tiny little chub there, having a little chew of it. Tiny, and even he's sort of been a bit half-hearted about it. There we go. Well, a bit of slow sinking bread does the trick, but it's not very big. Come on. Finally succumbed to a bit of slow sinking bread. There we go. Beautiful colours in this clear water. Well, this one's very angry, as you can see. They're really, really not feeding hard today at all. It's been very tricky going. I think I'm going to have to call it a day at that. Time has caught up with us. We managed to winkle another one out. I had to squeeze a bit of bread into the bread bomb and get it to sink. And I was just watching it out here, and I didn't even see the fish, to be honest. It must have been so far down, but I could still see the bread, and then suddenly it was gone. There he goes. Fab. Well, as I say, time's caught up with us, so definitely time to go home. But yeah, strange old session. I'm not sure if it was the weather or quite what, but they're really not particularly interested in feeding today at all. But we had a couple out anyway. Now, as I think I mentioned earlier, we'll be out again later on. Do fancy doing a bit of trotting later, so different stretch, different method. But that'll be for the next video. But for now, thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed that. tight lines, enjoy your own angling. Many thanks to the channel patrons for your fantastic support, and I'll see you all again very soon.